Good morning to all of you. Government Degree College, Shantinagar, Jogulamba Gadwal District, Department of Mathematics. Name of the lecturer is P. Raghavendra. Now, today we are going to discuss the topic. The topic is problems on groups and subgroups definition and examples and theorems. Once again, today we are going to discuss problems on groups, subgroups definition and examples and theorems. Okay, now given this problem is this one. Okay, for any group elements A and B, for any groups elements A and B, prove that order of AB is equal to order of BA. Here two elements is given, then we have to show that order of AB is equal to order of BA. Now we have to show that order of AB is equal to order of BA, means order of AB is equal to n, then we have to show that order of BA is equal to n. Now we are going to prove. Let given that G be a group and E is the identity element. G be the group and E be the identity element. To have to prove that order of AB is equal to order of BA. Let order of AB is equal to n. Here we have I have taken order of AB is equal to n. Then we have to prove that order of BA is equal to n. Here order of AB is equal to n. By the definition of the order we get to AB whole power n is equal to E. AB whole power n is equal to E. Then we have to show that order of BA is equal to n. Here BA power n is equal to BA power n is equal to BA whole power n into E. BA whole power n into E. BA power n into, here E means here I have written B into B inverse. Okay, here BA whole power n, BA whole power n times means we have to take BA whole power n times means BA into BA into BA into up to n times. Then again B into B inverse is also is taken. Okay, here BA into B inverse. Here G is a group and it is satisfied group conditions. Then on closure property BA belongs to G, then also AB also belongs to G. By this we get to, here I am writing B into AB into B inverse. Okay, now AB into inverse is n times, then I will write B into AB whole power n into B inverse. Then AB whole power above AB whole power n value is E. I am replacing AB whole power n value is E. Then B into E into B inverse, that becomes B into E, or E into B inverse becomes E. Therefore B into B inverse becomes E. Therefore BA power n is equal to E. Then order of BA is equal to n. Similarly above I am taken AB, order of AB is equal to n. Then I have shown BA, order of BA is equal to n. Here opposite side, here I am taking order of BA is equal to n. Then I have to show that order of AB is equal to n. Similarly BA power n is equal to E. Here AB power n is taken. AB power n means AB power n into E, that E is equal to A into A inverse. Here AB power n is n times means AB into AB into AB into n times into A into A inverse. Then here AB belongs to G. G is a group, therefore BA also belongs to G. Then I am writing A into, here AB becomes BA, A into BA into n times and A inverse. Then BA is Here n times means ba whole power n. Here left hand side a is there and right hand side a inverse is there. Above I am taken order of ba is equal to n. On substituting our ba whole power n becomes a into e is equal to a inverse, a into a inverse, then e into a becomes a, or a into a inverse becomes e. Then it taken a into a inverse is equal to e. By this we get order of ba is equal to n. Then we have shown order of ab is equal to n. Here another problem. Matrix A is equal to 0 minus 1 1 0. Matrix B is equal to 0 1 minus 1 into minus 1. From second linear group or special linear group 2 comma or find order of A and order of B and order of AB. Last problem we have shown order of AB is equal to n, then we get order of BA is equal to n. Means if you take order of order of AB whole power n is equal to e, then by this we get to e is the identity element, then we get the order of AB value is n. Similarly we have to solve the above problem. Then I am solving the another problem. Let G be a group and a comma b belongs to G such that order of A is equal to 6, order of B is equal to 2, and another condition is given a cube into b is equal to ba. Then order of AB is equal to, we have to show 6. Here one problem is asked in HU Hyderabad Central University in 2018. Here G is a group and a comma b belongs to G such that order of A is equal to 6 and order of B is equal to 2, and another condition a cube into b is equal to ba. Then we have to show that order of AB is equal to 6. For this order of A is equal to 6 means we have write a power 6 is equal to e and order of B is equal to 2, then we write b square is equal to e. Okay, now the solution is started. AB square, here I am taking AB square. AB square means AB square is equal to AB into AB. That AB into AB also written as A into BA into B. Here above condition is there. Here see, here above condition is there, this condition. By this condition I am substituting BA. Instead of BA I am writing a into a cube b into b, a cube b into b. Here I am replacing ba is equal to a cube into b. Okay, now that becomes a into a cube into b into b. That becomes a square. On multiplying we get to a power 4 into b square, a power 4 into b square. Here b square is here, b square is e is given, b square is e is given, a power 4 into b square. In replacing e we get to a power 4 into e, that becomes a power 4. Then AB square taking whole cube, AB whole square and whole cube, that becomes here AB whole square value in above, AB whole square value is a power 4. Then I am replacing AB whole square value, we get to a power 4 into cube, a power 4 into cube. Here a power 4 into cube. Then this value AB whole square into 3 becomes AB whole square into 3 becomes AB whole power 6, AB whole power 6. That can also be written as a power 6 in a power 12, a power 12. AB whole power 6 is equal to a power 12. Here a power cube means cube and AB power 6, AB power 6 becomes a power 12. Means I am writing this a power 12 value is a power 6 into a power 6 into power 2. That becomes here a power 6 value is e, and e square becomes e. Then a power ab whole power 6 is equal to e. Therefore order of ab becomes 6. Now another problem. This problem also asked in Hyderabad Central University 2018. Let p be the prime number. Let p be the prime number. Consider the group second linear group 2 comma zp that is equal to matrices a b c d such that a comma b comma c comma d belongs to zp and ad minus bc is equal to 1 under the matrix multiplication. Then the order of matrix A is equal to then the order of matrix A is equal to, here matrix is given 1 1 0 1 belongs to second linear group 2 comma zp is. Here the question is asking the order of A given matrices 1 1 0 1 is what is the order. Okay, here I am showing zp means the integer set with integer set up to the elements p minus 1. Zp becomes the set zp is equal to 0 1 2 3 dash 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 p minus 1 multiplication modulo p. Here second linear group above condition is I am taking 2 comma zp the set a b c d such that a b c d belongs to zp and ad minus bc is equal to 1. Here matrix A is given 1 1 0 1 belongs to second linear group 2 comma zp. For this the question is asked means the question for what purpose the question is asked find the order of the given matrix A. Find the given matrix A. Then the order must be a prime number means in zp the numbers is 0 1 2 3 dash 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 up to p minus 1. For any matrix given then the order that matrix we must get the prime number. For this I am showing taking a square, that a square means a into a. Above matrix A is there 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 and 1 1 0 1 and multiplying and matrices multiplying we get to a square value 1 2 0 1 1 2 0 1 and a cube and I am taking a cube. A cube means we get to a square into a. Here a square is solved in above condition. We substitute a square value 1 2 0 1 and 1 1 0 1. That also become 1 3 0 1. Here a power p, similarly we are substituting we get to a power p is equal to 1 p 0 1 means and multiplying 1 0 0 1 is equal to I means order of A is equal to p means here the given any matrix and multiplying I am getting identity element. Therefore the order of any given matrices must be prime number, that is p. Next another question. Here the question is asked in 2017 Hyderabad Central University. Let x comma y comma z be elements in a group such that z is equal to y cube x square y power minus 3. The order of x is 12. Then the order of z is, here the given condition is, here z is given, the z is equal to y cube into x square y power minus 3 and the order of x is 12, then we have to show that order of z value. What is that? Here, on solving the order of z, we get the value 6. For this I am taking given that order of x is equal to 12, means we write x power 12 is equal to e, and z also given, z is equal to y cube into x square into y power minus 3. Here I am taking z square means z into z square means z into z. Here writing z into z two times, y cube x square y power minus cube y cube x square y power minus 3, that becomes z square is equal to, here I am underlined, y power minus cube into y power cube. Here and multiplying, we get y cube into x square y power minus 3 into y power 3 into x square y power minus 3. Then we get z square is equal to y cube into x square. Here y cube y power minus 3 into y power 3 value becomes e, means y cube into x square e into x square y power minus 3. Then it becomes z square is equal to y cube into x power 4 y power minus 3. Similarly, I am multiplying z cube. Z cube means multiplying z square into z, taking z square into z, that becomes z square into z. Here z square value y cube x power 4 y power minus 3 into y cube x square y power minus 3. This becomes y cube x power 6 y power minus 3. Similarly I am taking z power 4, that z power 4 is equal to z cube into z cube into z, and multiplying we get to y cube x power 8 into y power minus 3, and once again z power 5, that z power 5 value is equal to z power 4 into z power 4 into z becomes y cube x power 10 y power minus 3. Once again I am taking z power 6. Z power 6 is equal to z power 5 into z, that becomes y cube x power 12 into y power minus 3, and z power 6 is equal to, here x power 12 value, order of x is equal to 12, means x power 12 value is e, and substituting x power 12 value is equal to e, we get to z power 6 is equal to y cube e into y power minus 3, that becomes e, and y cube into y cube also becomes e. Therefore order of z is equal to 6. Now the definition of subgroups. If a non-empty subset H, here capital H is a non-empty subset of a group G, is itself a group under the operation of G, then we say that H is a subgroup of G, and it is denoted by okay, sorry for the disturbance. Here now I am going to discuss the definition of subgroup. If a non-empty subset H, here capital H is a non-empty subset of a group C, is itself a group under the operation of G. Here H is a subset of group G, and H also satisfies the all conditions of group closure property, associative, and identity inverse. If H is satisfying group conditions by if G satisfying the group conditions by the same binary operation, means under the multiplication or addition or circle, if H must be satisfy the group conditions when G is following when the G is following operation, the H must be follow the under the group conditions. Then we say that H is a subgroup of G, and it is denoted by H subset are equal to H is subgroup of G. Now H is a another note. H is a subgroup of G, but is not equal to G itself. H is a proper subgroup of G, denoted by H is proper subgroup of G. Here the H is given subgroup of G, but not equal to the G. Here H is group, here H is subgroup, but the H is not equal to G. Then H is called proper subgroup of G, and it denoted by H is proper subgroup of G. Here H must not equal to G. Then the subgroup, here the subgroup is taken, the set E is called the trivial subgroup of G, and subgroup H not equal to E is a non-trivial subgroup of G. Here the subgroup is identity element, then this identity element set is called trivial subgroup of G when H is not equal to this identity set. Then this set H not equal to identity set element is called non-trivial subgroup of G. For any group G, there exist always two subgroups, that is capital set E and G. For any group G, we always get two subgroups. The two subgroups is set E and G itself. Set E and G itself are improper subgroup of G. Here the set E and G are called the improper subgroups of G if there exists any other group H other than above set, identity set and G. These two is called proper and non-trivial subgroups of G. Here means here set E and other than these two means we have to leave it set E and set G. Other than these groups we will call the subgroups are proper subgroups or non-trivial subgroups. Here example is taken, Z comma plus is a group and n into Z comma plus is a subgroup of Z. Here Z comma plus is a group and n into Z comma plus is a subgroup of Z. Okay, now theorem. Let G be a group and H be the non-empty set, be a subset of G, and if AB inverse belongs to H, for all A comma B belongs to H, then H is a subgroup of G. In additive notation, AB inverse is written A minus B. Once again, let G be a group and H be a non-empty subset of G. If AB inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H, then H is a subgroup of G. In additive notation, we write AB inverse is A minus B. Here I am going to show that H is a subgroup of G by using the condition AB inverse belongs to H. Now we have to show that H is a subgroup of G. We have to show H is satisfying the group condition, that is closure property, associative property, identity and inverse. For this I am going to prove, let given G be a group and H subset are equal to, we have to show that H is subset are equal to G. Given that AB inverse belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H. To prove that H is subgroup of G. let I am taking A into A. Let I am taking A into A. A into A belongs to H, that becomes A into A inverse. A into A inverse belongs to H. Here A into A inverse becomes E. Here we have to use the given condition. A comma B belongs to becomes AB inverse belongs to G. Here I am taking A into A. That A into A in H becomes A into A. A into A. Here A comma B belongs, the given condition A comma B belongs to H, that becomes AB inverse belongs to H. Here I am also taking A into A. A into A belongs to H, that becomes A into A inverse belongs to H. Means I am writing, see here the given condition is A comma B belongs to H, it becomes AB inverse belongs to H. Here I am taking A into A. A into A becomes A into A inverse belongs to H. A into A inverse means E belongs to H. Okay. Now here E belongs to H, then E be the identity element. Let E comma A belongs to H. Let E comma A belongs to H. Here E comma H belongs to H. Similarly, I am following the above condition, that becomes E into A inverse. E into A inverse belongs to H. Here E with the identity element, then A inverse belongs to H. For each A belongs to H. Here inverse element is exist and above identity element exist. Let A comma B belongs to H. Let A comma B belongs to H. Here above condition A inverse is there. Similarly, B inverse also belongs to H. I am taking A into B inverse belongs to H, that becomes A into B inverse whole inverse belongs to H, that becomes AB belongs to H. Means here H is satisfying the closure property. Means here H is satisfying the closure property. And similarly, let A comma B comma C belongs to H and ABC belongs to G, then we get AB of C is equal to A into BC. Then the above operation is associative in H. Means here H is satisfying identity and inverse and closure property and associative property. Therefore H is a group on its own with the same operation in G. Then therefore H is a subgroup of G. Hence the theorem. Next, another theorem. Let G be a group and H is non-empty subset of G, and if the given condition, first one is A comma B belongs to H, becomes AB belongs to H. Second one, A belongs to H, that becomes A inverse belongs to H. Then we have to show that H is subgroup of G. Here first two conditions given, first condition and second condition. First condition is showing that A comma B belongs to H, that implies AB belongs to H. This condition is closure property. Another one, second condition, A belongs to H, that becomes A inverse belongs to H. Means here A belongs to H, another A inverse belongs to H, means the inverse property also satisfying. For this we have to show the two condition. Here H is a subgroup of G, then we have to show that only two conditions. The two conditions are associative property and identity. Here 1 and 2 shows that closure property and inverse property. By using closure property and inverse property, we have to show that the identity and associative property. By using 1 and 2 condition, we have to show that identity condition and associative property, then H becomes the group. Okay, now proof. Let A comma B belongs to H. From condition 2 we get A belongs to H, that becomes A inverse belongs to H. Every element has inverse. Here A is any element in H that has a inverse. Similarly, if any element in H, then we get the inverse of that element. Here I am taking A into A inverse belongs to H. By using the condition 1, we get to A into A inverse belongs to H. that A into A inverse is becomes E, that E belongs to H, where E is the identity element in G. Here I am shown identity property, and once I if I show another property, that is associative, then it becomes a group. Okay. Now A comma B belongs to H, by using the condition to B belongs to H becomes B inverse belongs to H. Now I am taking A comma B inverse belongs to H by using the condition 1, A B inverse whole inverse belongs to H, that AB belongs to H. Similarly A comma B comma C belongs to H, H is subset or equal to G, then A comma B comma C belongs to G, it becomes AB of C is equal to AB of BC. Therefore H is a subgroup of G, hence the theorem. Here in the above theorem, the two conditions is given, closure property and inverse. Here I am showing identity and associate property. By this we say that H is a subgroup of G. Now finite subgroup test. Now another theorem, finite subgroup test. Let H be a non-empty finite subset of a group G. Let H be a non-empty finite subgroup of G. If H is closed under the operation of G, then H is a subgroup of G. Here in this theorem, H is finite. Here H is a finite subset of group G, means H is a finite set, and H also satisfying the closure under the operation of G. Then we have to show that H is a subgroup of G. Here two condition is given, H is a finite group and H is closed under the operation of G. By using these two conditions, we have to show that H is a subgroup of G. Proof. Now given that G is a group, H not equal to empty set, subset are equal to G, here H is finite. To prove that H is a subgroup of G, since H is closed under the operation of G, above this condition is given, A comma B belongs to H, that becomes AB belongs to H. By previous theorem, if you prove A belongs to H and A inverse belongs to H, then we get the H is a subgroup of G. By previous theorem, we have shown if H is satisfying closure property and inverse property, then H becomes the subgroup of G. Here H is satisfying the closure property. If H is satisfies the inverse condition, then we can say that H also be a subgroup of G. For this I am taking, let A belongs to H. If I am taking A belongs to H. If A is equal to E, then A inverse is equal to A, that belongs to H. If A not equal to E, if A is equal to E, then we get A inverse belongs to H. If A not equal to E, then A into A comma A square comma A cube comma dash 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 belongs to H by the closure property in H. Then I am taking A into A comma A square A cube dash 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 are not distinct in H. I am taking are not distinct in H. Let AI is equal to AJ. Not distinct means here the elements in H are repeated. Let AI is equal to AJ, I greater than or equal to J, that becomes I am taking A minus J, both sides, that becomes AI A power minus J, that is equal to A power J into A power minus J, that becomes A power I minus J is equal to A power J minus J, that becomes E. I am taking, that is equation 1, A power I minus J is equal to E. Okay, now I am taking here okay, A into A power I minus J minus 1 is equal to a power I minus j, j minus 1 into a, that is equal to a power I minus j is equal to e. For this I am taking this one. I am taking this one. Okay. Okay. Claim A inverse is equal to a power I minus j minus 1. If I greater than j, that becomes I minus j greater than 0. I minus j greater than or equal to 1, I minus j greater than or equal to 1, I minus j, j minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Claim 1, I minus j minus 1 not equal to 0. If not equal to 0, if I am taking I minus j minus 1 is equal to 0, then here is equal to 0, then it becomes I minus j is equal to 1. By equation 1 we get to a power 1 is equal to e, or this is contradiction. Here I minus j minus 1 not equal to 0. If I am taking I minus j minus is equal to 0, a minus I minus is equal to 0, I am getting contradiction. Therefore I minus j minus I minus I minus j minus 1 not equal to 0. Therefore a power I minus j minus 1 belongs to h. For this we get a inverse is equal to a power I minus j minus 1. Therefore here for any element a belongs to h, it becomes a inverse also belongs to h. Therefore the inverse property is clearly satisfying. Therefore h is a subgroup of G. Okay, another theorem. Let h and k are subgroups of group G, then h intersection k is a subgroup of G. Here two subgroups is given, one is h and another one is k. If then two subgroups intersection is taken, the intersection also satisfy the subgroup conditions. Now for this I am showing, given that G is a group and H is subgroup of G, K is subgroup of G, to prove that H intersection K is also subgroup of G. We have to show that H intersection K also subgroup of G. For this I am taking, since E belongs to H and E belongs to K, here H and K are subgroup of G. Therefore E belongs to H and E belongs to K. Therefore E also belongs to H intersection K. Then H intersection K not equal to empty, means H intersection K is a not empty set. Let a comma b belongs to H intersection K, and here H intersection, using the intersection property we get a comma b belongs to H and a comma b belongs to K. Here H is subgroup of G, taking AB belongs to H, that becomes AB inverse belongs to H by the previous theorem, and K is subgroup of G. This A belongs to K, we get to AB inverse belongs to K by the previous theorem. Here AB inverse is in H, AB inverse in K. Therefore AB inverse belongs to H intersection K. Therefore H intersection K is also a subgroup of G. Okay, I am repeating some of the subgroup conditions once again. Here G be a group and H is any non-empty subset of G. If AB inverse belongs to H, then H becomes a subgroup of G. And another theorem, let G be a group and H is a non-empty subset of G. If A comma B belongs to H, AB belongs to H and A belongs to H and A inverse belongs to H, then we get H is a subgroup of G. And in finite subgroup test, let H be a non-empty finite subset of group G. If H is closed under the operation of G, then we get the H is a subgroup of G. And here H and K two subgroups, then H intersection K is also subgroup. Okay. Thank you.